Hello everyone watching this video. My name is Billy J. I'm from Central Indiana. I started my business back in 1977 doing custom painting, pinstriping, lettering, and doing restoration work. This is going to be a very brief look and description of the very rare historic 1954 S.O.2151. This was the 1955 proposal Corvette. We're starting with the image that the car was yellow. In 1953, this car was one of the first 15 bodies that were handmade, hand-laid in the Fisher plant. And all 15 of those bodies were used for various Motorama cars. These were all before they started production of the Corvette. So these particular cars all had different routes that they were going to go as far as different styling. This particular car that I worked on was yellow, and it was called EX129, and it was used during the 53, actually it was 1953, but it was the 54 Motorama. And it traveled with the Corvette station wagon Nomad, the Corvair, and various other cars. As you look through these images as we go along here, how rough when I first pulled the body from the frame, and the chassis was in horrible condition, but everything was kind of there. Scrubbing off the number where it was stamped in the frame, it showed E54S, which stood for the St. Louis. This was, of course, in 1954. We'll go back a little bit here and let me explain that at the end of 1953, that EX129 body was retired, no longer used, and it went to the styling department January of 1954 and received a styling order number, which was S.O.2151. So that shop order was intended to become the proposal car for the 1955 model. So they were going to completely kind of restyle the car, make the body look a little bit different than the Corvette. So in 55 they were planning on building several thousand. I've read 10,000. It could be less, but for the 55 model, they made 3,654. So in March, SO2151 was completed and was shown to management as the different various styles of what the car was going to look like for 55. So SO21 did have a VIN stamp of the E54S, and it was 002092, which meant it was a 1000th chassis made, 1092nd chassis made. But looking at these pictures, you're going to see various images of yellow on the body as well as green. The styling order tag or the shop order tag has never been removed. Those are the original rivets. As I dismantled the engine and the chassis and all the suspension pieces, it still had the original shocks, still had the original brake shoes that was when the car was manufactured. It's incredible. The red engine, I'll briefly describe it. The red engine was a prototype engine. It had solid lifter tappets in it, also larger journals for the bearings. So it was to give the engine 5 to 10 more horsepower, which later, mid-year in 54, they end up using the solid lifter engine as the standard production engine in mid-year 54. So the body was in horrible condition. It was cracked. just horrible. But this was a very early cloth hand-laid car, so I had to completely re-fiberglass the car. New resin, new glass. I used the same cloth that it was used before. Looking at the pictures of the trunk, you would have seen all the original. The trunk is untouched. So is the deck area behind the seats. The car is just an incredible car. Very rare, very historic. As we go along, looking at all these images, you're going to see the interior piece, where it was yellow, it was green. So when it was the yellow car in '53, of course, when they, it made sense to keep the body, since they were short on bodies anyway. They did not intend to sell this car. So using an already existing body, the yellow car, the body work was finished. Basically, all they had to do was, customize it. As you see on some of these images, the inserts, it had a unique trunk lid, a hood scoop, which in 1955 the Thunderbird came out. Ford introduced the Thunderbird, and Ford kind of stole the grill idea and the hood scoop from this car. So the Corvette, in '55 they were going to make, several thousand, and they ended up only making 700 in 1955. And I think Thunderbird, I read somewhere where Thunderbird outsold the Corvette like 30-1. So Ford kind of took the market away from the Corvette. But they came back. Corvette stuck with it, and did some changes in 56, 57, 58, and the rest is kind of history. But the car is a beautiful car. It's painted Bermuda green, which was a two-tone color in 1954, 1955. GM painted Bel Airs, Impalas, everything that was two-tone, like white and green and black and green. But they chose this car and also the prototype, the four-door Biscayne, which was the Corvette body, modified. It was painted Bermuda green as well. But the car is, nobody has seen this car, I don't think, finished since 1954. It's just an extremely unique car. They, had a very unique styling trunk lid on it with all the little bow ties that was in there. So I copied this exact, engineered all the pieces, I basically manufactured everything myself to complete the car. So it is back. It has resurrected into its new life. It was a rare find to begin with, and hopefully it gets a lot of publicity. It deserves a lot of attention. So this thing, it starts, it runs, it moves. I've only put 1 mile on the car. It's hopefully will be in somebody's collection someday, and everybody can view it. So hope everybody understands what the car is all about. It's a very rare historic car. Ready? Okay, I'm gonna throw this out there. Keith, hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Here, Bill, you want me to grab that?
Just hold it for me, and I'm gonna pull.
I'll help you.
Okay. You're gonna have to steer the wheels, Mom.
Hang on. Hang on.
Hold on.
There you go. Watch your toes, Keith, Fred.
I think you're good now.
Watch your foot.
Good.
There you go, you're good.
Okay.
Okay, whoa.
Whoa.
You good?
Yep.
Okay. I didn't realize the front wheels were coming.
Okay, now,
I think we need to step your way.
yeah, come over to me just a little bit.
Everybody.
Probably good.
Back into.
The front end needs to go. All right, ready? I've got the front now. Debbie, keep taking pictures. All right, ease it down. Are we clearing here, Keith? I'm gonna let you look. I think so. Don't put pressure on me.
I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You feeling slow, guys?
Bill, hang on,
Hang
stop.
on. Stop.
What's your back? How do these leaf springs? How do these leaf springs? They go in or they stick out or whatever?
No, they go up inside the body.
Okay, so we gotta come back some.
Come back some.
Right there.
All right, come on down.
Now down.
Yep. We'll clear back here.
All right.
Watch out right
Watch
there.
your-
Yep,
watch
hard.
your
We're
fingers
good.
on that rocker.
Once you clear it down, you're gonna move this.
You reach in and grab that brake line right there over the steering column, inside the
Get
steering
back
column,
inside.
against the firewall.
Yeah, right there.
You're right there.
Yep, that's good. All right, now we go.
These are all down.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
Down.
We're good.
Sit right on that pad where you wanna be.
Yep, so far so good. Okay, good.
It's pretty fair right there on this side. And we ain't easy right here.
I'm not laying out. I feel like this tab should be touching it.
Just like right there.
You know what? Same thing. As soon as